So our digestive system is remarkable and amazing, and it's always working.
Yeah, but with all that stress that we put on it, should we be giving it a break from time to time?
Let's talk about it.
Hello everyone, welcome back. My name's Jack, Registered Dietitian.
Hello, my name is Hannah, and I am an outdoor educator.
Welcome to our channel, Inc. Nutrition, where we are all about mind, body, and food. If you're interested in evidence-based nutrition information and want it delivered to you in a very entertaining way, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Below! Today, Jack and I will be talking about our personal and fresh experience of fasting. Yes, we gave in to the ever-popular fad.
Yeah, it is true. We'll talk about what was good, what was bad. We'll also share some of the research, what it says currently. But before we dive in, I just want to give one disclaimer. Everything that you hear today it's not direct medical advice. It's just us sharing our own experience, okay? All right, so fasting. Sometimes we do it unintentionally.
Like when we oversleep or when we skip meals or maybe when we're sick.
Yeah, true. Sometimes people do it for religious reasons, and sometimes people follow the research to try to do something new that could elicit some health benefits. Now, there are several different types of fasting and intermittent fasting. So this is a list of some of those fasting protocols from Patterson and Sears of the Annual Review of Nutrition Journal. So you have complete alternate day fasting, which is what it sounds like. You go back and forth with having one day of 0 calories and then the next day of however much you want. And you just alternate. Modified fasting regimens. The big one here, the common one, is the 5-2 diet, where you have 2 consecutive days of either no calories or very low calories, like less than 500. And then 5 consecutive days of, again, however much you want. Time restricted feeding. This is probably the most popular, where you have like that 16-8 model, 16 hours of fasting each day, 8 hour. You give yourself like an 8-hour window of when you can eat. And then of course there are religious fasting, regimens, such as like Ramadan and members of the Latter-day Saints and Seventh-day Adventist. So these are all the most popular ones, and it's important to be aware of them.
So Jack and I were just curious about trying a 36-hour fast, so that's what we decided to do. So no calories, just water from about 10 p.m. on Sunday to 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
Exactly. 36 hours. Thought we'd give it a shot. What was our last meal Sunday? I knew it was an important one.
Oh, it was all snacks. It was popcorn and chips and anything that we wanted.
True. And ramen.
Ramen. Mm-hmm. What did you predict you were going to feel? Or what did you think was going to happen during the fast, or how your body was going to react?
Going into this, I thought for sure I'd have some very severe hunger pains. I thought I'd probably get some bad headaches. I thought it would be uncomfortable overall. And I was just going to have to show a lot of discipline and get through it, push through. What about you?
Similar. I am very much a breakfast person. I've always been a breakfast person. If I don't have breakfast, usually I'm a smidge bit grumpy and a little hangry. So I was a little bit worried about that.
Okay, so we're just going to get into it. We're going to break this down into how we felt in 12-hour increments. Okay, so 12 hours in, that would be in the morning, right? So that following morning. How are you feeling? First, let's talk about like physically, energy levels.
Yeah, I felt fine.
Yeah.
I felt pretty energized. I didn't have to spend 20 minutes making breakfast or making my lunch or snacks for the day, so that was a bonus. But I just made sure to start the day with a lot of water. So in the morning, I felt okay.
Mentally too?
Yeah, mentally good.
Yeah, I would agree. I did have that like classic empty stomach feeling, but it went away. And I will admit, like that mid-morning phase, like 10 a.m., I actually was pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I was working and I felt like I was just kind of on it. So that was good.
Me too.
Yeah, nice. Really? Sharp. There was good focus.
Sharp.
Focus. Now, let's talk about that next 12-hour phase. We were both working, right?
Yeah.
So walk me through Yeah, how you felt. Let's.
Oh,
okay.
what?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No.
I'll walk you through it. Everything was great until like 1 p.m. I was at work, and skipping lunch seemed to be fine. I usually have lunch at 11:30. 12 was okay. 1 p.m. it started going downhill, and at 3 p.m. I developed a really severe headache, even though I had drank probably 2 liters of water at that point in time. But I don't know. Headache, hurt, was exhausted, was grumpy, low energy. Yeah, not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
That is not good. That is not good.
No?
I did not have a headache. I thought I was going to because I tend to get them from time to time. But I did have really severe hunger pains. Wait, you didn't feel too hungry.
I didn't.
I was straight up fantasizing about food. All kinds of food. I'm not kidding. Middle of the day. It was very difficult, and I am working from home, so I was right next to the fridge, right next to the pantry. It was torture a little bit.
There's not a single place in our apartment that you can be where you cannot physically see the refrigerator. Yeah. I got to be outside all day in the sun, which might have attributed to the headache, but at least I didn't have to look at our fridge. Yeah.
So I at this point wasn't really tired yet. I still had some energy levels, but I was classically textbook hangry. I really, really was. My mood was changing. Yeah. And then you came home. I think you noticed that.
Yeah, oh, I did. He was testy. You know, usually he's like semi-happy to see me when I get home. Not so much. But it was fine because I immediately went to sleep for an hour. So that was my reaction.
And the headache was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And then as we moved into the evening, that's when the hunger pains were the most severe for me. I noticed that my hunger pains were greatest right around my typical meal times. That, I guess, makes sense because my body was used to having food at that point. But I was so hungry that I had to get some bubbly water, some sparkling water, because I needed something other than plain water. I needed that fizziness. I needed some flavor in my life.
So dramatic.
So I went on a walk, and then the place was closed. I ended up walking close to 2 miles just to get 2 bottles, one for you, of fizzy water. I do think it helped. It was good.
I concur.
Okay, but it was still pretty rough. Post dinner time, though.
No, it still sucked.
Okay.
It still sucked. That was the time where we just wanted to go to bed because we wanted the day to be over.
We wanted to sleep for dinner, pretty much. I think, though, I got more calm. There was less, I guess, anger, like later in the evening, like 10 p.m. when we were going to bed. I started to read.
So, when we did wake up after sleeping through dinner, we were very excited. We got up early to make a big breakfast. Well, not too big because we actually didn't really eat that much before our stomach seemed full. But when I woke up, I felt great, completely normal. I wasn't even hungry. Felt good, felt awake.
Felt clear, rested.
Clear, yeah. And then throughout the day at work today was great. Like I felt very clear, very sharp, very aware. It made dealing with kids a lot easier than the prior day.
That is noteworthy. A lot of people try different fasting techniques for like weight loss, but there really can be some cognitive benefits. You know, again, this is just our experience, but I do agree with that. Throughout today, I was very clear-minded. I felt focused. However, I did have a little trouble sleeping, and I rarely have trouble sleeping. There was a 1 hour period between 2 and 3 a.m. I looked at the clock where I was tossing and turning, and I do think it was related to the fasting. So that is something to keep in mind too. So that was, in short, our experience. Now to summarize, let's get some big questions out of the way. What was overall the worst part of your experience?
The worst part probably was only a time frame in the afternoon. And it was just a physical response. It wasn't so much the mental strain of not eating, it was more the physical feeling of it during the afternoon time. Headache, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was also in the evening time, and it was just being obsessed about food and not having it. I mean, it was right in front of me, and like just doing this voluntarily.
Torture.
It was tough. It took serious discipline. I don't know if I really enjoyed that part of it, but that was the worst.
What about the best?
Best part, I would say, is the clarity that I felt. It was kind of a calm intensity in a way at work. Like I was very able to pay attention to everything I was doing, and I could kind of get in the zone, I guess, for a couple hours straight. Pretty good.
I would agree. I have a two-part answer. That's mostly one part. I think I knew that I wanted to distract myself so much from that constant nagging of I need food I haven't eaten, and so it really forced me to get involved into my work and lose myself in that. So that was cool. But the other part I think was just the mental part of being grateful for food and how it plays such a positive role in our lives, and we celebrate it and we celebrate with it, and not having it kind of threw off our routine. And dinner time is a time where we make and create a meal together and enjoy it together, and we didn't have that, and then we were just grumpy.
That's true.
Together. So I think noticing and being grateful for what role food plays in our life is a positive takeaway.
And that is a great point. It really is.
Sheesh.
That is true. Food is joy. Eating is pleasurable. So yeah, when you fast, it's tough. To say the least.
Would you do it again?
I don't really want to. I really don't. I don't know if it was worth it for me personally, for at least my goals with health goals and what I want. I generally feel like I can get through my days in a very productive way. With clarity, and I don't have immediate health loss or weight loss goals at the moment or anything like that. So for the short term,
short answer, no.
Yeah. What about you?
I would, I think.
Okay.
I think I would.
In the same format, like a one-time session?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've talked to a couple of people who've done it for days, and I have no interest in that.
Like multiple days,
consecutive days straight, yeah. But one day here and there, I think, to give everything a rest. I do feel like
gut reset,
really, I do feel that way. And I think it's kind of a fun mental challenge to push yourself and get outside of your comfort zone. So, yeah.
There you go. Boom. Two different perspectives.
Not for a long time, though.
Yeah. So while we can't personally speak to the long-term potential benefits or effects of fasting, there has been a significant amount of research that has been done on it. A recent umbrella review compiled data from 11 different meta-analyses, which each contained results specifically from clinical trials. A lot of studies were looked at here. And the aim was to summarize the findings from all these studies and assess the strength of evidence to provide an aggregate picture of potential benefits associated with each type of fasting protocol on obesity-related health outcomes.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a lot. I encourage you to read through it if you want the details, but in summary, modified alternate day fasting and the 5-2 diet, where you fast 1 to 2 days per week, were the only types of intermittent fasting that were associated with statistically significant weight loss of more than 5%. 0-calorie alternate day fasting and time-restricted feeding or eating, like the popular 16-8 method, did not. Intermittent fasting as a weight loss approach was found to be mostly successful in the initial phase, 1 to 6 months, after which participants would usually experience a plateau, likely due to either the metabolic adaptation of the human body or inability to stick with the fasting protocol. Overall, the strength of evidence to support beneficial outcomes was varied. The authors note that in real-life clinical settings, intermittent fasting has not been widely adopted for many reasons, including consistency with techniques, lack of outcome data, lack of awareness, and presumed difficulty in adherence. However, there is potential, but the authors do underline a strong need for well-designed studies to investigate long-term efficacy and safety outcomes of fasting. Now, this comprehensive review only looked at obesity-related data, so outcomes like body weight, body composition, some hormonal activity as well, and blood lipid markers too. So if you are interested in how fasting affects other areas like cognition, mental health, other clinical conditions, then let us know, drop a comment, and maybe we can discuss this and I'll review some of the research in relation to that. But I just wanted to point that out. So thank you for watching. That's all we got for you today. Again, we are integrated nutrition consultants putting out new, fun, entertaining, educational videos every Wednesday.
Woo! If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. We will get back to you. We're gonna go make some dinner.
And then have a big bowl of ice cream.
That's right.
Peace.
For that gut rest. Bye!
Okay, so fasting, sometimes we do it unintentionally.
Like
Sorry, because I started.
You started!
I know, yeah. Okay. So
Wait.
Okay.
Already. Go. Make it organic. So when we finally got to sleep and then woke up, which we
I can say like, I don't know, the rest of that.
I can say it. I'm capable.
Good.
Capable human of speaking.
You're more than capable.
Thank you. I told you I have a sharp mind.
I know.
Fast.
Exactly.
All right.